Good day. It's actually already noon, and we've already had a lot going on today. So grateful to be here. My name is Michelle M. Trey Hollis, and this is Proverbs as a Practice, where we have been reading a proverb a day, reading a chapter a day of Proverbs in May. That's it. To me, I want to remember that. A chapter a day of Proverbs in May. Now, yesterday I did come on live and I did read chapter 24, which was yesterday. But today's the 25th. But due to some technical issues, I'm not going to post that one. So I'm going to do a separate one. I'm going to reread yesterday's and then read today's. Okay, so every day that we start by reading the Proverbs, we do start with reading Mishle. Mishle is Proverbs. Mishle is Proverbs closer to the Hebrew scripture, is how it's said. And, but just for the sake of ease and to not just, this is a very entry level into the Hebrew scriptures. For many, maybe of you. So I'm just gonna use the word Proverbs, but something that I do intend to do on my personal discovery journey is to get a little bit more familiar with the Hebrew language, because I do believe that words are powerful. And so, but in the meantime, what we're going to do is we always orient ourselves by reading Proverbs 1, chapter 1, 1 through 6, just to remind us of what we can look forward to gaining from doing this study of Proverbs. I believe that Proverbs is a verb. What's a verb? An action word. So if this is Proverbs, again, words are powerful, then these are pro-action steps. So how can we be proactively seeking to understand? And so Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1 through 6 is as follows. The Proverbs of Shlomo, son of David, sovereign of Yisrael, for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. I hope you're enjoying. Hello. I hope you're enjoying the reading of this. Did I finish that? For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. Okay, so that's Proverbs chapter 1, 1 through 6. And we're going to go ahead and read today. We're going to read yesterday, the Proverbs for yesterday. Now, if you want to follow along, then please go ahead and follow me here on 5-Star Conversations in the Sun City, and you can search the playlist Proverbs as a Practice. If you too would like to have a Bible study journey buddy, then that space is for you. And we've gotten so far as to today's date, the 25th, and I'll be back tomorrow to read the 26th chapter of Proverbs. But for now, let's go ahead and do chapter 24. Do not envy evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their heart plots to ravage, and their lips talk of trouble. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. Ooh, I didn't catch that yesterday. And by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Wow, that's beautiful. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Beautiful. Mighty is the wise in strength, and a man of knowledge strengthens power. For by wise guidance you wage your own battle, and delivery is by a great counselor. Wisdom is high for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. He who plots to do evil is called a master of evil plots. The purpose of folly is sin, and the scoffer is an abomination to men. If you falter in the day of distress, your strength is small. Deliver those taken to death and hold back those stumbling to the slaughter. Wow. If you say, see, we did not know this, who, not he who weighs the heart, discern it? He who watches over your life, would he not know it? And shall he not repay man according to his work? My son, eat honey, for it is good, and the honeycomb sweet to your taste. Know that wisdom is thus to your being. If you had found it, there is a future, and your expectancy is not cut off. Do not lie in wait, O wicked, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not ravage his resting place, for 7 times the righteous man falls and rises, but the wicked stumbles into evil. Do not exult when your enemy fails or falls, and not let your heart rejoice when he stumbles. Lest Yahuwah see and it be evil in his eyes. He turn away his wrath from him. Do not fret because of evildoers, and do not envy the wicked, for there is no future for the evildoer. The lamp of the wicked is put out. My son, revere Yahuwah and the sovereign. Do not mingle with those who change, for their calamity arises suddenly. And who knows the ruin of both of them? These also are for the wise. It is not good to show partiality in right ruling. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, peoples curse him. Nations despise him, but those who rebuke, it is pleasant, and a good barakah comes on them. He who gives a right answer kisses the lips. Prepare your work outside and make it fit for yourself in the field. Then you shall build your house. Do not witness against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive with your lips. Do not say, let me do to him as he did to me. I repay each according to his work. I passed by the field of the lazy and by the vineyard of the man lacking heart. And see, it was all overgrown with thorns. Its surface was covered with nettles, and its stone wall was broken down. When I saw it, I applied my heart to it. I looked and received discipline. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and your poverty shall come progressing, and your need like an armed man. That means don't be weary in well-doing. The work is worth it. A little rest, a little sleep, great. Otherwise, don't be lazy. Okay, so now we're on Proverbs chapter 25. These two are Proverbs of Shlomo, which the men of Izkiah, sovereign of Yahuda, copied. What? Oh, okay. These two are Proverbs of Shlomo, which the men of Hezekiah, sovereign of Yahuda, copied. Okay, so these are more Proverbs, okay? And that's the origin. It is the esteem of Elohim to hide a matter, and the esteem of sovereigns to search out a matter. The Shemayim for height and the earth for depth, but the heart of sovereigns is unsearchable. The Shemayim for height and the earth for depth. That's powerful. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Feminine being earth, masculine being the thought, the seed, Take away the dross from silver, and a vessel comes forth for the refiner. Take away the wicked from before the sovereign, and his throne is established in righteousness. Do not exalt yourself before a sovereign, and do not stand in the place of great men, for it's better for him to say to you, come up here, than that you should be put lower before a noble whom your eyes have seen. Ooh, that's good. That's saying take your time. It is better for you to be lifted up than it is for you to rush and then be put down in your place. Take your time. We live in a world where everybody's like, oh, we want to hustle and grind, and everybody wants to skip the work part, the development part. And there are consequences to that. Okay. So we're on Proverbs chapter 25, verse 8. Do not go forth to strive in haste, for what would you do in the end when your neighbor has put you to shame? Plead your case with your neighbor himself, and do not disclose the secret of another, lest he who hears it put you to shame, and your evil report turn not back. A word spoken at the right time is like apples of gold and mountings of silver. Wow. A ring of gold and an ornament of fine gold is a wise one's reproof to an ear that hears. Hello. Like the cold of snow in time of harvest is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the life of his masters. Clouds and wind without rain, he who boasts of his gifts falsely. Through patience a ruler is persuaded, and a soft tongue shatters a bone. Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be satisfied with it and vomit. Make your foot rare in your neighbor's house, lest he gets enough of you and hates you. That's hilarious. A club and a sword and a sharp arrow is a man bearing false witness against his neighbor. A broken tooth or a foot out of joint is trust in a treacherous man in time of distress. Eek. One who takes away a garment in cold weather is vinegar on soda, and a singer of songs on an evil heart. Damn. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you are heaping coals of fire on his head, and Yahuwah rewards you. Dang. The north wind brings rain, and a secret tongue, an enraged face. It is better to dwell in a corner of a roof than in a house shared with a contentious woman. Cold water to a parched throat is good news from a distant land. A muddied spring and a ruined fountain is a righteous man who gives away before the wicked. It is not good to eat much honey. Is it esteemed to seek one's own esteem? A broken down city without a wall is a man who has no control over his spirit. That's it. Here we are. A chapter a day of Proverbs in May. We just read chapter 24 and 25. Today's the 25th of the month. That really spoke to me. I can see that these chapters there's so much to dwell in. And so this has just been an introduction, but I encourage you to go and do a chapter a day of Proverbs in May and have your own study. I'm going to go ahead and have my own study as well because it's important. So if you want to follow along again, my name is Michelle Trehollis. This is 5-Star Conversations in the Sun City, where we be in harmony of sound, mind, body, spirit, soul, and money with the high five to the vibe. And we are leaders. We're caregivers. We are healthy over here, and we are stepping up and opening ourselves up to be able to lead our community, our families, ourselves, and the collective during this space and time. It's important that we maintain a positive, creative, and solution-oriented outlook on life, and that we connect in with the Most High. So this is my practice, and I'm sharing it with you in hopes that you can benefit from having a study partner and just starting somewhere. We got to start somewhere, so why not here? These are some of the most important philosophies in the world right now. I mean, everything happening is behind these scriptures, because especially if you're in the United States, or Iran, Gaza, Palestine, the Palestinians, Israel, if you're Jewish, like the scriptures are governing everything, or at least it's a very strong veneer of what's going on. So you can't waste time by studying what is being said. You can't waste time. It's never a waste of time. It's a time to connect in, and it's a time to learn. And being familiar with these scriptures is not a bad idea, is all I'm saying. To make you feel a sense of grounding and acceptance and openness and clarity and hope. Anything that you can do to obtain those things. And remember, healthcare is self-care. Healthcare is self-care. That's also something to remember. And spiritual health is mental health, is physical health. It's all connected. All right, so it looks like it's about to storm here, so I'm going to get inside. But thank you for joining me and studying Proverbs as a practice with me. Again, make sure you like, follow the channel, subscribe, and you could check out the whole playlist, Proverbs as a Practice playlist, which is on my page. Peace.